it's already out of their control. Like, they cannot catch up to these other teams because they lose the tiebreaker on head-to-head. So they just have to hope and pray that by putting wins on the board, it ends up working out for them. But Furia, to some degree, still their fate in their own hands, or at least as much as it could be.
As much as it could be.
But I can't say that I'm a big fan of this old-school composition to start.
Let's see what ideas they have. Off the rip, though, it's going to be MIBR. I've seen that glide in through window. Setting the eyes over towards Garage here. Second putting his body onto the line, leaping straight up through and out. A Blaze Wall is going to be partitioning up most of this one. Addison trying to play this one close quarters. Koala Noob, he's going to be blinded up. This is pure aggression from Zekken. Leading the way for his team.
We're talking in the previous game, Brent, about how they swap places sometimes, Aspas and Zekken, about who's going to be the hard entry and who's going to play off it. This one, Zekken put his life on the line.
I'm perfectly happy to see if he can create that space for the team, even if he goes down as well, gets one step closer to generating those ults. MIBR being one of the teams that put a heavy priority on it, as you should when you're playing the Phoenix.
Yeah, the details have been good for them. It's been something they've clearly been working on.
Fury are miles away. Oh, it's a pistol round. You don't want to be saving here. You want to be making a go of things, no?
It's very weird.
What is it? Where is Shy?
I don't know. It looks like he's searching for a lurker that doesn't exist.
It's bizarre stuff going on. Furia looking lost right now. On a life raft with no signs of land anywhere. Shy joining the fight, but really, it looked like they weren't really even making an attempt to go for it there on the pistol.
It's really...
That's bizarre.
Really odd. Yeah, a really odd pistol round. But, hey, great to see MIBR being super decisive.
Yep.
Even with Aspas not playing the hard entry in this round in particular, it was Zekken doing that. And they still look really good. The aggression and the willingness to go out there and be coordinated together with the pushes is something that I've got big questions about and have done all year with MIBR, and I've been pretty happy with what I've seen from them in Stage 2.
I think they have corrected a lot of the issues. Players are on the same page, which definitely help. I've seen the roles as well, solidified. And again, we were talking about the minor details. They are always putting a heavy prioritization and getting Zekken that ult constantly. Trying to generate it as much as humanly possible.
And they are straight in off the back of that.
No contact plays whatsoever. They're just walking straight up into the fight. Aspas, pretty dominant position to be playing in with that rifle in hand. And he's immediately just slapped down. The offensive approach by Furia.
The one-way smoke that they throw on top of C there is not normally used as part of an exec. It's normally just used to push the chamber away if they were playing on top of the box. Aspas is feasting.
Yeah, he's just hunting up all the
Get your anti-eco ace. Now, Shy's going to save again.
It's Zekken that needs the ult, though.
Yeah, but it's aura.
It is, sure. They are eventually going to set him up for it. There it is. Okay, so there's the ult for the bonus.
Okay, they're actually playing to win.
It's perfect.
That's how you know they're playing to win and not playing for aura.
Yep.
If you're in your ranked games, you are never getting your Neon to give you that final kill. You can't catch them. They're just going to run away and grab the kill anyway.
Down. I am that guy, though. I'm a bit nerdy in ranked.
What, you're
if
like...
my team's trying to set me up for the ace, I'm like, no, guys, let's go for the win. Come on.
I only need the 4K.
It's like, I'm not playing for the clip.
Yeah.
I'm not good enough to play for the clip. Just let's get the win. Let's get that first.
So
okay, this bonus looks deadly.
Well, but they're anticipating it nicely here. Furia know that MIBR are not going to be C defaulting anymore, so they stack 3 bodies towards B. They got the guess correct.
Yeah. Is that the cam being broken, I believe, by Shy? He's not moving off this perch.
Drone sees nothing over towards A. I think he can be fairly confident, but so is Tex.
Yeah, he's just taking a fight straight up now. The runner back's going to be used to clear the way through into Garage. Aftershock to delay and stall. It has cut a bit of time off the clock. Fast lane now forwards. Fault line to slow it down one step further forward. Zekken will be fading all the way to the back here, but the space has been granted and given up. Still Adson dominating him through that smoke. Flash sent forwards and a call for a cancel is made. MIBR slowing it down.
They got the spam trade through there onto Ardzine. That was Mazzino with a Bulldog from long range, knowing that there was a player inside. And now Furia, because they spread out these defenders and lost the trip information as Shy fell. And they're in a pretty rough spot on the defense here. And this is already starting to feel like a round that they need to put on the board.
Goes without saying, I think. Play it down, though. Plant's going to be going down with no... Really push this one back at all. Com's hearing this.
Com's miles away. It's going to take him 5 seconds just to connect with the rest of the team.
They're playing this one back and away. Verno has got to whole abundance of util to use into the post. Paranoia too for Mizzino.
And they know that Ardzene's down, so that means no smoke on the defuse. Should be the easiest post plant here for MIBR to play off.
Just play all the way back.
Tex should have a
The
late
grassy
timing.
plains. Tex is just taking it before they're even really tapping the spike. Any sort of time pressure being bled off. He's just, yeah, feeling it apparently. Taking fights.
Oh man, and
They're saving again?
It has already looked too passive from Furia. Like, they're slower to make decisions than MIBR. I'm worried, Bren.
I'm worried too.
They're calling it Stinker Week.
Yeah, I mean, it's feeling like it. I was praying we'd get, I mean, at least one close game, but
Already I'm worried.
This is extremely similar circumstances to what happened to Furia when they played against Lev on Haven. They lost the pistol, they lost the bonus. Could have put barely any rounds together on their defense half.
But they actually had quite a lot of rifle round wins.
They did, yeah, which is the key point, right? Is that they were going toe-to-toe when they had the guns in their hands, but
different comp as well, though, Brent.
It was a different comp, yeah.
And it was more of a, like, good comp.
Yeah, matches what we're seeing from teams.
I think that the Breach narrative is overplayed but true. It just doesn't win games very often. If you have Breach and the other team doesn't have Breach, you are fighting a gigantic uphill battle to get value out of the character, so that you could actually get a win on the board.
Yeah, bit of a symptom of Breach being shackled, I think, to the other initiators when it comes to the balance, but they are opting into it, and, well, they've locked it in. There's no no second chances.
No, I think
you gotta play with it.
The big thing to look at with this compositional change is that, in theory, it should free up Ardzene, who's no longer calling from Duelist, to maybe have some better calls. That, I think, is the big thing that you're getting with this comp that you weren't getting with Ardzeene playing on Phoenix.
Yeah.
We all know that it's hard to call from Duelist positions. It's really rare that people manage to make it work. I think it's credit to people like Yampi, for example, who are pulling it off in EMEA. But if Ardzeene doesn't want to do that and he wants to call from smokes instead, then there are going to have to be compromises with your composition.
Well, we're going to see a lobby fight. Furia gearing up for it. We see that fault line being held in through lobby. This is a classic play. We know this one from the dawn of Valorant.
And Koala Noob is one of the people with a gun.
And we're seeing it. Cage to cut off that one angle at least. That fault line, it does slow down a few of these players. Drone, get a bit more information. Looks like it was a cracking shot from Shive. Don't think he had much time to adjust to that at all by the looks of it. Tex, though, still taking up control towards that A short sewer angle. He's got to be careful, though. But he has been aggressive so far this game. The opposite of what we were really critiquing him for, to be honest, in stage one. What is that?
Oh, that's what? That is vile.
Okay, well, Shy's going to at least even it out.
They've done
trade.
They did a ton of damage to Basic as well. I think that was Aspas taking a position over towards A long, punishing him on a jump peak. Hit a 140 with the Phantom.
Yeah.
MIBR have been constantly pressuring over towards A. Verno's been making it feel like they're setting up for B. He threw his drone over there. And that's starting now to pull the Furia players out of position. Just at the exact timing that MIBR are walking into the A side.
To make the calls, there's just contact in off that space. Once more, like you said, prior conditioning here. The Furia still have a player advantage, though. They are grouped up. They're going to be all in on this flank attempt.
It's going to be a lot of pressure on Zekken.
Even picking up a gun as well. So, still, Zekken catches Koala Noob.
I think slow walking onto that angle is a bit ambitious. Just hoping that nobody at all is thinking about the fact that your Cypher's gone down.
It's not ideal. Even abundance of util if your art's in to see if you can set your team up. Fault line's going to be used. That reveals the hand up. Basic over towards that A long angle. Zekken still good for it. Holding all the way down. Aspas looking up towards heaven, and then the last player reveals the hand. It is Basic, but he's on 10 HP.
It's so slow, Bren. It's so slow.
It's really slow, isn't it?
Even the way in which they're playing the retake is extremely slow and sluggish. And it frustrates me because Furia at the start of the year, one of the things that was so exciting to watch about this team during kickoff is that they've had fast reactions and protocols to lots of different things around the map.
Yeah.
I was in love with watching Furia's split at the beginning of the year. They were so quick to be able to adjust to things. And yes, that was them playing a double duelist composition with Alim on the Neon. But, oh, he did just catch a glimpse of it there.
That's all he was holding for.
Unfortunate mistake from Com. But that, I mean, that is not the reason they lost the round.
No.
Nice read from MIBR, though, if you want to flip things on its head and give credit to the attackers. Finding that gap in A, just based on the timing, exactly as Furia pulled off, good fake util from Verno. Who's going to play
over the top. It's a lovely tag. We'll see the overdrive let loose once more. This Zaspat's going to be leading this one for the rest of the team. High ground angle. It's going to be dodged and avoided for now. Artsin not really receiving much more of that util. Yeah, not blinded up at all. The reinforcements arriving with Koala Noob here and now. Vernado left into that spot. Tricky scenario in a 1v4. I mean, very quick with the cleanup though. Furia, there's some decisiveness for you.
Yeah, once actually the tempo was increased there from MIBR, Fury responded to it quite well. And credit as well to Artzine, who was just posted up on that double box position, waiting for people to come into it, getting the punish. Koala Noob, fully blinded up, manages to get a second one out of that as well. It's a fast play just designed to punish Com. I think they were hoping that that might be one of those rounds where the Sova is holding alone on A. But Fury have been holding many players here, and here's a full stack again.
What? Okay. Tell you what, players have been getting very good at killing the Neons while sliding. Exactly where they aim for
the walk-up in lobby. The walk-up
in lobby. Artzine, he's all the way forwards here, and that's a spike drop down in their laps. Lobby control. Still there's Paranoia, and a smoke. Just to prop it all the way up, but this holds. Difficulties now here for MIBR.
Verna was way too far forwards there with no support. When Aspas falls and you recognize that there's a lobby crunch going on, you got to get out.
Got to say, hard inting into lobby as your attack side default for MIBR these last few rounds. It's brave against a breach.
It feels a little bit like they've forgotten how to play against breach comms, which, to be honest, is one of the advantages of running the breach in 26.
Yeah, lobby controls what?
Triple walk down mid in a 5v3.
Oh, Texas found one. Still the rest of the Fury players happy to clean this one up. It will be reclaimed. It's just Zekken though. And it is a 1v4 here. Can't ISO the fights well enough here. Good coverage. Hudson ready there. Immediate with the swing.
I was a little bit concerned that they were being too proactive with a two-player advantage, but having given up the spike over towards A lobby, figured that MIBR would be putting a lot of resources to get that back. Running in sideways to avoid the flash and then turning back around. Lovely idea. Great anticipation of what MIBR's long default is going to look like, which is pretty similar to everybody else's.
Come on, now we're in the game. Let's go. Now we're playing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Com's been a big presence, a big voice in the communications every time we've listened in.
It's a big talking point when we've been
about
it. Is this going to be a Hunter's Fury?
He didn't spot anything off that.
Yeah, no tags. I think as well with the full line text though. Still okay. Just trying to jump up onto the box. It will be punished. Koala Noob thinking about overstaying. Ardzin's also right there alongside him. It's a sound bait, hoping that nobody is going to be... Hold on. Koala Noob's running all the way back up.
And then all the way back down again.
All the way back down again, trying to sound bait again. It has pulled the attention away. MIBR not looking in the right place for it, but Artzin. There's chance out of 1v1. Hunter's Fury now going to be used to disrupt this one with a plan. That's a great tag. Dodge for now, but one more burst will do it. Artzin still applying that pressure. There's proactivity and aggression now from Furia. An injection that they desperately needed. It is working out round after round.
They're doing a good job with it, but Basic's position is where you buy guns. And he's not controlling or getting any information on C. There's an open passageway for MIBR to be able to get onto the C site here. And then they're given so much space, they can also get inserted in spots where the Furia might just walk into them. It's a very weird game state here.
One, yeah, when both teams have lost control of the map.
The timing reclear from Koala Noob and Com could win the round, but it's just based on the timing they catch.
Down at second, so running back earns. As soon as there's no instant trade from Com.
No trade?
No, just holding. Biding his time, does not choose to take the fight. Full line now is going to be reaching his way across the side, trying to cut these players up. Zekken now with that all popped off. It's the duelist really trying to make the difference. A lot of damage being done though, softening up these players. The body needs to be defended. Zekken is very much alone here. ISO up to the side. Oh my goodness. Patience played in the end there. I said it. Zekken's body had to be defended. Com just slinks his way in and secures up the round.
It turns out baiting his teammate, the best possible thing that Com could have done in that scenario. He's able to come through unexpectedly through Garage, catches that timing. Nothing that Zekken could do. He had, what, a couple of bullets that he had to hit. Otherwise, his body was straight out in the open. I mean, from Com's POV, it doesn't even look like Zekken had a chance to shoot.
Let's go! Oh my God,
what a big play. What a big play. What a Red Bull clutch for the new guy coming in.
Yeah.
With all the scrutiny.
A lot of scrutiny. I mean, big talking points revolving around Com as well, but it was... it's always illuminating, I think, talking to people who have been former teammates or coaches of Com about what he adds in team environments. Because if you are a stats Andy, which it feels like 90% of the community currently is, where you just pull up the VLR page and you pretend to be an expert, you're like, well, why does this guy keep getting picked up? But the reality is there's more that goes into it rather than just the numbers that you can put up. Don't get me wrong, it's important. Not saying that you can just jump in like me and not shoot at all, right? That's just not, it's not a reality. But Com does bring intangibles like the comming, the mid-rounding. He is phenomenal in that aspect. He is a very selfless player. That's what Sato was describing him as. He adds these things that make him, ideally, the perfect teammate as a supportive initiator player.
Yeah, I think some of the questions, though, have come from the fact that EU is also known to be a very vocal player, and the fact that Furia's roster seems to be lacking, I guess, some of those carry players. I mean, I would personally describe Artazine and even Basic as being more supportive players. Whereas EU is one of those people that could take over and win you big rounds alongside Koala Noob. So I think that puts more pressure on people like Shy to become the carries of the team alongside Koala.
Strange in general here. A bit of a punish over towards that C long direction. Stuns on stuns and a deep push down mid as well. Cawthor, this is just Atten alone.
He's just pushing every round.
Pushing alone, and this is just caution to the wind. Playing to win apparently, but not with shots like that. Can't quite claim that kill. Koala Noob at least trying to follow up with all this noise. Pressure, that's an overdrive, but Aspas is right there behind him, and now he's looking to see if he can aim straight onto these players. Again, this is a guessing game and carnage occurring. Smooth with the movement, still smoother. Shots, Mazzino already piecing it together. Playing off the back of it, now putting the squeeze on the Basic. He's twisting and turning, head on a swivel, back towards these players, but Mazzino eventually squaring up and winning that fight out. 2v2. Damage done. Verno and Mazzino are limping into this engagement. At least they've got bodies alive, though, and that spam almost bringing down Com. Plan still not down.
Yeah, and the damage done to Mazzino and Verno earlier is going to make it tough.
It's going to be replaced there. Com was just waiting for the deep push. Preempting this one here. This is not put together, really. Shy just holding it down. Waiting for somebody to just walk right in, but now syncing up with the teammate. 7 bullets left, doesn't want to commit to the reload, doesn't want to give away the game.
What's the cooldown on the recon? Just came back.
Yeah, and that's an important tool. Just a jiggle. Don't want to be caught with util out in your hands. Is going to be sending this one flying, but as that one way is propped up, Mazzino getting his own cooldowns back online. Drone now going to be utilized. Shy, difficult spot. Time is ticking. Tagged up. Forced to respect it, and how do you play this one here? There's no time at all. Similar issues rearing its head.
Yeah, Shy just not finding a way to be able to get into these rounds, but Furia are playing so loose. They are walking Artazine just straight down mid, and then Basic has no support, but does a good job even going 1-for-1 in that scenario. I think you have to be really critical of the way that Com uses his utility as well towards the end. He's almost in the open inside the smoke using his drone, so it gets cancelled. He's not doing that from a safe position. And he doesn't have a bounce lineup to be able to throw the recon, so he just walks into the one-way.
Yeah. My bad, I mean, that would have been way cleaner. That would have been way cleaner.
I was perfect there, holy shit.
If Com gets a bounce recon off at the end, that actually allows them to get in and go through the smoke. It's just small micro details. They're also just walking down mid again,
Walking down the mid again. I mean, this is Furia. I said playing to win, not playing to lose, right? That sort of style. But this is just individualistic.
It is, but they're exploiting gaps in MIBR's default. MIBR are not looking for these. I think they've been quite lucky to catch Artazine the couple of times he's gone for it.
Now it's Koala Noob's turn, and he's got so much information for them. His entire team.
Are they going to drone to clear mid?
They've done it before. Just sending it with bodies, looks like. Just looking to see if they can rely on that raw aim. It is quick with the return of the fire, but Koala's already done the damage. That's a team flash. Tex couldn't see a thing. I believe it was a team flash. Yeah, Basic still got 2 available, so not ideal, really, for MIBR. That's putting it lightly.
It's, again, still really one-and-done type positions, though. Artazine tucked onto a tight angle, but they don't go towards him.
And Com has so much space up towards A lobby.
At least now Basic and Shy can play off each other.
At least getting off the line, though, for now. It's just slide off angles being held. Fast lane. Gets them in.
Seconds left.
Plant committed. Mazzino Holding this one needs to be defended. These players are caught in position. One TP at least to evacuate, but Aspas is still
the
there.
sound of the TP makes it sound like Aspas isn't there.
The Acom trying to activate onto that flank. Basics are going to be covering that though. Aspas taken out. Fight to be taken is a critical one. With Azin falling, Zekken at least holding down the ground that he has for now. Shot darts! Ricocheting! Zekken's barely alive and there is coverage there. Mazzino at least holding it all the way off. 2v2. Fight's taken though. Now it just leaves it up to Mazzino. He's not good for it. Overwhelmed here by Basic.
Big 3K trying to get value with your gun as a breach player can always be difficult, but Basics had his best maps playing some really unconventional agents. He pulled out the Deadlock on Sunset and looked remarkable with it. We're going to that map later on. I hope they haven't changed their composition there. Tragic, that little team flash play. Set Shy up for a sitter. And this play by Aspas was hoping they didn't know he was there, tried to jump onto the chamber, but actually a rare bit of good team play from Furia, who have otherwise been playing really individually.
Yeah.
Shaw's happy about that, though.
I gotta see an adjustment from MIBR. I need to see them, I think, start defaulting Texas Cam into mid, because this is
Yeah.
big gaps, but maybe they got different ideas for it.
I mean, Shy was breaking it in some of the rounds where we saw Tex go for it, so...
He's in short.
Yeah, they got 4 bandits here.
Yeah, it's an eco, so why not? Take some liberties with it. Paranoia, dart in through the back. Koala Noob, he's lit up here, in danger, and there it is. The bandit's getting it done. Seeing ults now offloaded, Rolling Thunder going to be rolling all the way forward, and there's Tex capitalizing off of it. Finding that solo kill onto Com, cleaned up in the end though. A central trade from Basic, still locking down that one avenue, but this is dire circumstances. Plant down here for MIBR.
They haven't been able to upgrade, though. 2 players still with a bandit. And Aspas with the same Vandal he came into the round with, weakened up as well.
All players onto the side too. The post-plant positioning not too ideal for MIBR.
Aftershock should be able to clear out either Aspas or Zekken.
There it is. And you can't quite run from that one here. It's going to be covered. It's the rifles well trained. Need to see some insane moments here. Verno. Verno. Not cleared. Got that bandit! Oh no!
They just gave him a smoke to play inside of. Had no idea there was a player tucked into the plant position.
Oh. Okay.
Absolute perfect spot for him to be able to play around with the bandit there. And this is the teleport that Shy was worried about in the previous round. This is how Tex caught that timing as well. Oh, you hate to be a Sova in that situation where you're ripping your ultimate and someone pops up in your peripheral.
Yeah, you're just out in the open. Don't have that peace of mind that you know that the other areas are clear. MIBR though with that, I mean the money.
Look at the economy swap. It's crazy.
Flipped. Yeah. Tough going really. Fury, we're getting a couple of rounds on the board now. It's going to be difficult now. MIBR, we'll see what they've got.
Flat one. Ulting him flat. He's wide, flashing through. Nice, boys.
2 logs, 1 more logs.
One more logs. Nice.
Omen was here.
Omen was here.
Okay, I'm just waiting.
I'm calling. Just waiting.
Okay, do some plan.
You can play. I ain't spawned, so
Garage.
Where the fuck is Servant? Garage, I think.
He used shot garage.
From B.
Same B?
Yeah. From B.
Nice. And we got Ian's ult.
Yes, sir.
Yo, orb maxing. Without orb maxing.
I think it's taken MIBR a little bit of time to figure out how Furia wanted to play the defense. Those A-lobby fights early, catching them off guard. The walks down mid a little bit, catching them too. But now they've realized that the C side of the map is weak. I feel like they can just spam these kind of execs over again. I know that this one was, weaker weaponry that Furia were coming in with. But it's tough to hold C with a comp like this. You don't have the Cypher in the mix. You don't have someone who likes anchoring over there. And once again, they're set up. This one looks like they're going to fake a bit of pressure over towards lobby.
Ooh.
But everyone's going C.
Yeah, they really are. Mazzino, though, getting ahead of the fault line.
I'm not really sure why Mazzino is in such a deep position. Maybe this was supposed to be a pump fake C.
He's so deep right now. I mean, he's going to take a 1v1 on short. He's already killed Comp. This fight's to be taken on C long, too. I mean, this is MIBR just holding it down, really. These deep lurk players are exploiting a gap that they've found, and with it, Furia. Now just 2 players left alive, Shy and Basic. Tex is hoping for the body.
Shy has to take a risk in this spot. I think he's been too conservative so far, and he's not found a timing before the Cypher ult comes out.
Nope. Now the players are going to be revealed in terms of their positioning. That will surely cause a fast rotation. Got to imagine, and there it is. Spike's going to be going all the way over towards C. Don't take unnecessary risks.
I mean, somehow, Mazzino and Tex have pushed through A to C, while Shy has stayed anchoring on A the entire time.
It's, yeah.
I think A is one of the most complex maps to hold in the meta right now as a solo, individual kind of player. This is devious, by the way.
I love this angle.
It never works when I try it, though.
They're not expecting this, are they? Yeah. Good kill, though, from Shy. You might as well throw everything into it because this is your last chance in the half. Flashes forward. Second one, though, is going to be very much real. That's 8-4 here for MIBR. Pretty clean half.
For someone like Com, who's come back into playing professionally after, you know, a little bit of a break, was previously playing with a weaker team, honestly, that didn't have as many things buttoned up. I think covering all of these timings over towards A is one of the toughest parts of playing Initiator in the current map. We see even very good teams with very good Initiator players get punished on timings if...
Yo, I got more! I got more! I got more!
if the expressive intent of the attackers is to create these lurking gaps.
Absolutely. But MIBR clearly having fun with it here. 8-4 leading. We need to see something else from Furia. We're going to find out on the other side.
Com, I have to know, are you going to do the thing again today? Obviously. Everyone's got to be looking out for it. The specific person that I pray I flank today is Ian Bosch. If I flank Ian Bosch, I will be so happy.
Let's get our second half underway here. Locking in with that #1 VPN, ExpressVPN. You'll be able to scan the QR code that's going to be on your screens momentarily to check that one out. But interesting as well hearing from Com, because honestly, the vibe of that first half was very much Tex taking timings against Com holding down onto A.
Yeah, it
Talking
was
about the flanks, it was Tex getting the better of it.
It was the other way around, wasn't it? But I mean, Com and Tex with a friendly rivalry for sure.
Yeah.
But Com must be looking at the other side of the stage thinking, oh, I've been there. I've been there. I've done that. The Champs 2024 run when they made it all the way to the lower bracket final. He's playing alongside Aspas, Tex, Mazzino. You know, it's a very, very similar team, to be honest.
Much different circumstances now, though. Towards A lobby, there's a fast play down towards C long. MIBR looking to control a bit of that space. They pump a bit of util, cause a bit of concern, but the timing is taken immediately. The reaction by Fury is adequate. He plants. Oh my god, that's tight in terms of the timing. Basics on 3 HP, barely alive now. The aftershock's going to be his last hurrah, essentially, as he's going to be probably trying to go down with a ship, but he's managed to evacuate for now. Fasto is the name of the game on either side. Mazzino straight onto the diffuser, already in himself half. The spam is not good. Mazzino sticking this, and he gets off as the smoke dissipates. Ardsin trying to play this one. Bit of a backstab angle. Ardsin! Damage done, and the cleanup crew arriving from afar. Heavy with the weaponry, heavy with the sheriffs, and a header hunter in Shy's hands to finish it all off.
I wasn't sure what the game plan was there, all getting off the site to try to play the post plan, but it's that reflank coming through from Ardazine, who's just been taking liberties in this map. He's been pushing on defense, pushing on attack, getting himself into little flank angles. We were asking what's the purpose of this compositional change, and Artzin said that he didn't want to play duelist. Right?
Nice! You see that?
But he's just got so much.
We win. Easy. Let's go.
He's got so much more freedom now, actually, on the Omen than he did when he was playing Phoenix. He's wandering around wherever he wants.
Tag, camera taken out.
The pistol round, that injection of energy. Furia need it. They got to run with it.
And you heard Com saying, we fight together, we win. Looking to try to take the team fights. That has not been what they've been up to for the majority of Haven.
Very individualistic. Drone and contacting up behind it. Furia. Tech spotting signs of it, just with that classic. Peeks out, at least takes out the one player. The flash and a repeat. This is fast from MIBR. They're immediately trying to respond to most of this pressure. It's the pistols getting it all done. Mazzino and Verno. 2v2, shy with a punish, but it's hurt by Verno. Good level of awareness. He's immediately just whipped his way around the corner, but surely going to be falling. Yes, failed by the Sheriff, but still it goes either way. Mazzino slips in off the back of the Chaos and now picks up the upgrade. Sheriff now in his hands.
Oh, he missed the timing.
Missed the timing, potentially going to be catching it. No, just can't quite align the aim in time. It's Artzin. Puts him down into the mud.
Oh, should never have got that close. When you're playing against classics, there wasn't a reason particularly for that to be as tight as it was. Contacting fully into the seaside, fully in. Puts Koalanoob in a spot where he has to clear like 7 different angles at once. They're happy they got the round over the line, but it's going to mean that they really don't have a bonus particularly to work with. They themselves were fairly light in the round, actually, so it's only one player forcing. It's only Basic that forces up.
Somehow got the best out of it.
Yeah, how did that end up working?
Not too sure. Good, look towards mid now. There's going to be a bit of a split coming through. Gliding straight into the open arms of Zekin and is covered. At least onto that open avenue. The angle in through Garage. So MIBR leading now. Big advantage with those 2 kills that they've managed to claim. At least the plant is down for Furia, but maybe I've got something to say about it. Running back now forwards. Does highlight Basic's position. He's going to have to do a bit of a rolling retreat. He's worried about the backstab once more. Risks probably going to need to be taken here by Furia. Can't just peel back into more passive positions. They need kills, and they need it now.
Mazzino's covering this reflank from Basic, at least looking to trade.
Basic's
playing for his smoke lineup.
No, he's just missed the timing on it. Mazzino taking it. And like you said, playing for that smoke timing up. That's going to be covering, obfuscating that one, and Com always be flanking.
Yeah, you just can't drop off sight like this when you're playing against Mazzino with still smokes up.
And not just that, when you're 2 players down.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's dangerous enough if Mazzino goes down, but they still have a Phoenix wall or a Neon wall to be able to play with. But certainly when they're all 5 players alive, there's got to be playmaking happening in these kind of spots.
Yeah.
It feels like maybe they're too attached to the protocol of dropping back.
I knew it, bro.
But I will say from Furia, that initial game plan for Koalanoob and Artzin to pinch the BC connector players, it was well timed.
It was, yeah.
It was just well dealt with by MIBR.
I have the spike.
I like MIBR laughing. Comp's positioning. He's probably behind us. They were right.
Nobody is going to know the tendencies of Com better than MIBR.
Yeah.
They've benefited from it so many times before.
Aspas has been left as a bit of a deep insert into A lobby. This is good information that he can gather. Even with the abundance of bullets that have been raining down towards that C site. It's all good. Zeno spotted. Obviously can TP to get out. He's still sticking around though. Drone needs to be broken for Aspas, and that is good.
Yeah,
Communication is clear.
Mazzino's going to be able to TP out noisily here and play Aspas in.
Yeah, so this is a bait and switch.
Oh,
committed
good
to
clear.
clear. That's good. I mean, at least the awareness for it. Sidestepped though with a stun, and there's... Oh, they're just being absolutely stunted.
Oh, no way. Aspas stays on that line by dodging the stun and gives his team full info that it's fake A pressure. And that is just phenomenal confidence from Aspas.
I'm a bit confused as to why there wasn't a bit more of a follow-up on the punish, but you're right, it is phenomenal confidence.
30 seconds left.
Flash forwards. Molly though to delay and deny this one as a flood attempt is called for. MIBR trying to get bodies into the mix. Big reveal. Just a bit labored there in terms of the rifle aim, but Texas still going to be inserted into the back of the site. Tap. Despite finally now to full committal and with that trip broken. Alerting these players. Nasty shot from Com, but back's a turn. Tex now. Nora Theft gives him the information he's going to be looking for in just a few moments. Tap forward, see if he can bait it out. Plant angle, he knows he can potentially get half here. And already there it is. Com is going to be dragged out into the open with that one here in that tap. Bullets though raining on either side. Another tap here. Texas looking for that solo 1v1. The former teammate's going for it. Oh, he's shut down.
He's played it beautifully, Com, and then he's just whiffed the bullets when it matters. Tex has a longer pull-out time, but whips the rifle up and lands it on the head. Those are the two players, I think, that care the most about winning those 1v1s against each other. And this one, as the first half was also going, has landed in Tex's lap.
Yeah, look at that.
I think Com should have caught him dead to rights there. I think that's just a mechanics diff.
I mean, in future,
Immediately getting a bit of a glimpse of the comms. We're seeing corrections called for.
Zekken making requests of the GOAT.
Yeah. How dare you? How dare you? No, it's good to see, to be honest. Because at times, MIBR previously, we've been touching on it a lot, to be honest, but Stage 1, kickoff, they were on vastly different pages at times, this team. Yeah. But it's nice to see them all aligned for Stage 2.
Now this is going to be coming towards Tex and Mazzino. It should be easier for MIBR to anchor the C site compared to Furia. How well do they do with it?
This is a bit of an awkward angle here, especially with a dart not dealt with, because players are going to be rapidly approaching now. But Hunter's Fury, Tex, it's a good movement. He sidestepped most of this one, but doesn't have the shot waiting right from the side. There's so much utility, but somehow Tex survives. MIBR though left now to play disadvantage. This is so quick by Zekken, just trying to at least run them all the way down. The flashes though are excellent from Basic, and he's able to play off the back of them. Single-handedly here. Plant's still not down, but eventually now, finally getting it. Aspas, 1v4. In through the back of the site. Plant angle is held. Waiting for the smoke to dissipate. He's got to try and ISO these fights. They spotted a 1, anticipating the trade. Bit of a pre-fire now, but he's looking for a little bit more. Where could these players be?
It's a good read, but it's a wrong read.
Yeah. There's no player waiting there. Shots fired, they know where he is. Dart there. Not shot in time, trying to get ran down now by these players, but the spacing needs to be good. Swinging round, Shy's there. Rendezvous to peel back to safety. Furia get a necessary round win.
And they picked the perfect timing to be able to get into C right as Tex was leaving. MIBR with the wrong read, and Mazzino was left to hold that one down basically all on his own. Tex had to try to flood, and then we saw Zekken and Aspas try to flood afterwards. Basics util, as you were saying, shutting that down.
Nice! Nice stun,
That was a half-buy round from Furia.
Who will I spot first?
Now it puts MIBR onto a bad buy. This could be an opportunity for Furia to get back into the game. Bit of A pressure, a breach hold to work with.
Yep, already sliding through. Kualanu.
He slid in there with a shorty out.
He did. Didn't expect that weapon to be out, I don't think. All good.
Didn't get punished for it.
Yeah. I'm looking at a lot of half armors online here from MIBR. Luckily, none of them in the sideline of where Shy is approaching over towards C. It's a trap play setup is what it looks like. Texas contact.
Yeah.
And a flash probably held.
But because they're using light weapons as well, they're having to play retake on A and C. Which opens a door for Furia to roll the dice and see if they can land in a really nice post plant. If Basic could save the breach ult, this round could be wrapped up. And Furia could be in a spot where they go up 9-10. Because there'll be an anti-eco after this.
I love that.
Not ready yet.
Shy's just been holding down a lot of the space the entirety of the time. Not seeing any jump spots, jiggles, looking for the info, and now it's going to be time to be taken. Util used to see if they can push back the flood attempt. The molly disrespected. Oh my goodness, Korm is barely alive. Sliver of HP, 18 health remaining, and the bullets are just whistling past him. But there it is. Blaze Wall from the side. Apparently claiming a kill. Rolling Thunder going to be at least collecting. Two of these players sent straight up into the air, trying to play off the back of the space that the running back claimed. Zekken, he's got that one going and moving, but the damage is done, and there it is, Shy! Late insert, announces himself there towards the stage, Red Bull clutch in his name.
And a really good, intelligent anticipation, recognizing the economy pressure, knowing that if they forced, they would have to be on those light armors, and it's the Outlaw purchase that wins him the clutch. Com had a bit of a nightmare there. Just getting assassinated by Zekken's utility, but thankfully they got Shy in the back on the cleanup duty. And even though it wasn't the easiest round in the world for Furia, this is going to push MIBR down onto an eco. And as long as Furia can convert, with Shy pulling out the Outlaw again, as long as this one is an easy round. Fury have dragged it to within 1.
Yeah, touch and distance. Cam broken 4 shy.
That is a crazy attack smoke. Just cuts off the sight line from Garage and from Logs.
Yeah.
And so in theory, it forces you into the Outlaw sight line if you want to jump peek to maintain C info. It's an interesting idea from Furia.
Verno, he's alone on the A side, but this is slow going from Furia. Verno just hoping to jiggle most of this one. He's calling for reinforcements at least.
Yeah.
Plays being made.
Uh-oh.
It's an eco stack.
They only have classics, but I saw what those classics did
And Aspas has an overdrive too.
a few rounds before.
Can't forget about that. I think as soon as this util flies forward, you might start to see it popped off. By taking no, Shy has taken all of C, and that's calling for the rotation. Okay.
Disaster averted.
Yeah.
30 seconds left.
Leaving some of that pressure. It might be hold on. You said the. No, you said disaster averted.
No, disaster averted. It'll be
You
fine.
said it, but okay! Shots like that, maybe I shouldn't be doubting here. Kuala Lumpur's all the way in, but the players are arriving at least. Right place, right time, MIBR.
Down, C.
Okay, 13 seconds left. Plan needs to go down. Spike needs to be reclaimed. Basic needs some coverage from this one. Hunter's Fury peeling the back and away. Fight taken towards the back of the site. 6, 5, 4 seconds remaining. Final last burst, but there's enough health to remain, and that is committed. At least with the spike down now.
They're
Giving
so
yourself
weak.
that lifeline, they are weak. Straight shots, Verno knows it. Spamming away inside this. Smoke, playing it now, hunting for them! Pinpoint accuracy.
That's insane! Even at the low health they were at, the regen armor meant that he had to land a headshot there onto Basic.
That's crazy.
And he did, through a smoke. I was thinking to
That's
myself,
crazy.
you know your teammates are going to be coming the damage that you've done. Surely you're playing for body shots here. I thought the regen armor might just be that little curve. Nope.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, God, what a
Beautiful
kill on
shot.
Basic there. If he doesn't land that headshot, it's probably not a doable clutch for him.
Nasty stuff by Verno.
That's
He's ice
astonishing.
cold.
What did I say? Disaster averted?
You did.
Bro, they went down like the Titanic. That was tragic. Uh-oh.
MIBR clearly, I mean, they are hard flooding in. As much as they possibly can, really. Molly.
These Phoenix Mollies are destroying Furia.
Yeah.
Basics down to 70 HP already.
Chunked down as a result, but are they going to be anticipating this one? As unusual as a setup. So Sentinel Util is going to be stacked up, but Verno is here to supplement and try and help out. He can't dodge the flash in time. Plays are revealed in through the back. Overdrive in Kuala Lumpur's hands. Gets it done. Galvanizing here to entry. And Com just cleaning up over towards that A short avenue. A lot of damage done though. Blaze War, hold on, we can't see a repeat of this one once more. Kuala Lumpur forced to sidestep it.
Surely.
It's precarious as Util raining down. But there's a 2-player advantage here for them now. Flash through up towards that heaven angle. Paranoia sweeps on top of it. Smokes in your face as Furido got this one handled and covered.
Really solid A exec there from Furia, picking themselves back up immediately to put the pressure back on MIBR. It's a fast round into a difficult setup, you're right. But the breach flash instantly caught there onto Verno, and he was left out in the open. Verno and Tex not really playing off each other at all there.
One enemy remaining.
And Tex, for whatever reason, feeling like he was forced to just push through his own cages into short,
Yeah,
instead of trying to play back into sight.
The amount of pressure that was just being applied.
I think it's a good time for a tag timeout, because Furia are either playing 4-1s or big execs. You've got to watch out for the lurker. You've still got to pay attention to where Shy could be. But they need good enough defensive setups. And the defense for MIBR is going to be the thing that we are paying so much attention to. This guy's going to be deadly important for them. Tex, who plays hard Senti for them. As we move on to Breeze's map 2, Furia's map pick, that was where the defense fell to pieces for MIBR. And led to them having to play on Summit against NRG.
You know how that one went?
Yeah, well, both teams actually got their socks knocked off by NRG's Summit.
Yeah.
I think it was kind of stupider for Furia to be picking
Pick into it.
But anyway, not going to be in this series. No danger there.
Arguments to be made. The money just feels like barely able to scrap together a buy, but not that it's stopped MIBR in the past. They are struggling though. It's taken Raw brute force is what I'd really describe it as, I think. Just trying to follow where the sound cues are.
Third time's the charm, though, for Fury on anti-ecos. I think this one goes cleanly.
Okay. More confident than I. At least the stun over towards this A lobby angle. Mazino to one player with a rifle. Making the most of it. Popped up forwards. Bloody hell, he's getting it under his control in the end. As two players dashed away, even though it's not the cleanest. He committed to the spray in that fight. It does at least make sure that the rifle is irretrievable. Artsin with that deep TP, hard committed. Needs to clean up this player, Verno. Eventually going to be meeting his match there. The weaponry helping out. Okay.
Why is Artsin going for a play like that?
Yeah, what's the call? What is them play? I mean, Shy's on 51 HP and he's walking all the way through.
It's just evolved into individual hero plays.
What's going on? All right, hero plays individuality.
Oh, Basics managed to forge a path, carve through like a scythe through these random plays from MIBR and Fury, to be honest with you. Landed himself into a spot where he's going to have his breach ult online.
Planted. My ult's ready.
Surely this has to play a significant part towards it. They're splitting up. Basics alone here. In through garage. One mistiming, one misstep. Go wrong, just second guess it towards it, but there it is.
One left.
Control towards the end there with the rifle.
Great recovery in a tough spot for Basic. He was asked to do a lot. I love the individuality from Mazino to just decide, I am going to make a play like this. This is what we saw Artzine doing a lot of in the first half, actually. And it is tough to deal with. What was this? That's not very good decision-making. And Basic has to completely bail them out with this 3K. It's all good, though. There was no sequel to the Titanic.
No. They are not risk-averse, though, are they? Oh, see that fault line. Lay it down towards the A-long angle. Zekken approaching this one here. Good snap towards it. Onto the dome. Basic dropped, but there's a trade inside, and the spam doesn't stop there. Catching these players into the smoke, anticipating there was going to be a play to be made.
Yeah, good awareness. Thinking if they're going to be pushed up towards short, there was surely someone waiting to play off that over towards long.
Yeah. With that, a dynamic duo. Aspas and Zekken.
MIBR cannot afford to let this round slip. Their money has been in a shambolic state. Constantly on the brink of being broke.
It's looking more and more likely, though. Fury at that player advantage. They're holding. They know that MIBR are going to be incentivized, I think, to be the ones to push when they're a player down. Holding for now, though, but it looks like they are backing up and away, giving up control. Conceding up the A site, and you're going to see this drone now leading forwards. Now, paranoia at least there. Mazino breaking it. Calling for the pause, and he is still looking to gear up for that fight.
Thinks it's a fake. Verno started walking away already.
Yep, trying to posture for it, but there's that second wave of utils going to be raining overhead, and now you can't sidestep that stun in time. Koala Noob, very good placement of it. Short has to be considered. We know nobody's home.
This one's a really lovely round from Furia. I think MIBR have got to just save here.
Right here.
That little pause when they're up a player.
That's great.
It makes it so that Verno feels very uncomfortable staying with Mazino on A. They have to spread that defense back out. You have no idea if Shy could be lurking up through garage, through B, one of these gaps that you've got where Texas Utility can't cover. Furia are right back in this game.
Yeah, 11 to 11.
MIBR struggling on the defense side.
It's been the story for this squad, really, on certain maps.
And what's funny is, when they don't have weapons, they're actually making a better go of it than when they do.
The floods. I mean, they are just basically following wherever the sound cues are. Just trying to fight them constantly.
Yeah, but it's also not just like they're doing something completely different on the eco rounds. Oh, that's important.
It's a critical kill, yeah.
He has to rebuy his armor, though. I don't think that makes too much of a difference, actually, to their economy. But this round, they went for that same kind of short aggression that Mazino had done in a previous round, but maybe because it's twice in a row,
yeah,
or maybe just because the Furia players are down to hit their shots a little cleaner. They get rid of Zekken, who has an ult, and they look to go for a lobby crunch.
Yeah. Potential here with the util is going to be use the smoke to cut it up. Mid, though, the priority here for Furia.
And Tex is playing off the C site, because last time Furia had a breach ultimate, they went over towards C. It wasn't used on the exec. But Tex doesn't want to stick around and be the solo site anchor that just gets knocked into the air. Knocked out afterwards. That passive position, though, is gapped garage. The cam can watch over towards it.
Seaside 0-2, I mean, like you said, playing completely off-site.
You're never going to force the Breach or Silver Ultimate out, though, playing this passively.
No.
You need to have a little bit of pressure in your C defense so that you draw the ults out.
Players are in position. They look like they've been...
Okay, no, you don't.
Okay, yep, just send it. Why not? All right, Rolling Thunder. Now, nobody is home. MIBR, I think, should be counting their blessings with that one.
Yeah.
Don't have to deal with that one now. Stun and a Paranoia is going to be utilized just to see if they can catch these players. Now, MIBR, they have been flooding a lot, but now they're going to be sending it. They would have run it back. Fall line was saved for a moment like this one here. Zekin's still going to be putting his body on the line, and why not? He gets a second chance at things, but that Hunter's Fury primarily placed to see if they can punish that one as the fight is sent flying through. It's Furia, right pieces in play and in motion. Still basic as that insert onto the side, is keeping it controlled, at least with that rifle aim, but running out of bullets into the final few moments. Zekin twisting and turning into the air. There's one flash here, and he's the last one left here for MIBR to make a go of things, but the way this is being played, the tap has not pulled these players way out wide like it was hoping for. It's Shy that offers up the fight.
If they can get rid of Mazzino, the off-site post-plant setups, I do have a lot of faith in Common Shy to be able to deliver in spots like that. They understand how to play the clutches, lots of experience, been in positions like that many, many times. And it's the Hunter's Fury used earlier as well that puts a ton of pressure. Common have been grinning ear to ear, seeing Ian Borsch pop up in the kill feed there.
There's the right play as well for it. Completely disrupts when the retake is ongoing.
Look at the money. It's abysmal.
It's dire stuff here.
Mazzino's got no armor.
And this is it. Do you take it to OT? Or are we going to be going to Breeze for MIBR? Pressure is on now.
Feels like another defense crumble.
Aspas. He locked onto this line, but a flash in his face momentarily being held. Dry peek in the end. Quallen will be squaring up for the fights in the engagement. Zekin not in the right place really to see if he can capitalize and trade out these kills. He's looking to reposition now, but this is so dire. Spotted out. Barely able to get out alive. Players potentially there to punish. It's a player disadvantage situation. Furia, when they get into this spot, slowly finding the right places for it. Deep insert though, Tex is going to be giving him a bit of information. I think he heard the sound cues that Shine was running.
He did, yeah. He heard the teleport and he heard the sound cues that he's running away, but Tex is not going to try to backfill that space. He's still hoping that Shy might try to lurk into him. Still 40 seconds on the clock.
Still going to be on Verno. It's the one player here in through short, holding. Unorthodox is the angle that he is playing in close quarters. Players peeking. Just it. Hits two from that. Get out of it. It's exactly what MIBR needed. 2v2 now. Blaze War. Anything to deny the plan. Molly just shy of the mark. Rendezvous. Hold on. Don't know if that was anticipated, but Shy's going to be locked down anyway. Neurofef now going to be committed. Texas has this one to clear up the picture into the post plant. Aftershock. Sky high. Avoided here by Zekin. A 2v2 to see if we go to OT or straight to Breeze. Flash through and forward. Zekin's up there. It's a good connection. Jumping down. Perfectly played of the pressure. And they're not done yet. Not finished in the slightest. Haven continues.
What a 2K from Verno. I've never seen somebody play on that off angle, honestly. No. That's such a strange spot where it feels like you shouldn't be able to get more than one. I think in his head, he's probably thinking the weak side of any A hit might walk into me. But the readjustment to be able to get the second is crazy. And then I love the way that Zekin plays off the Cypher ult information to be able to grab a couple out of that.
We're alive.
Yeah, but it's stress.
It is.
It's stress and relief on the face of Zekin there towards the end. It doesn't feel like they're in control anymore. It looks like they're hanging on by the skin of their teeth.
Similar scenes, really. For Furia, if we're going to focus on the positives, we needed to see a good show of form from them. Already down 2 matches. You can't really afford to give up too many more.
Their defense side had a lot of players just pushing on timings.
Yeah.
Ardezine's alone right now in a really aggro spot.
Just pushing ahead.
Oh, he was playing so loosey-goosey with it.
It's crazy. It's just crazy. I mean, they have a flash, potentially. They contact straight through.
He's got that 6th then.
Oh, this is brutal, though, potentially for him. This is going to be a dart sailing. Good with the molly lineup. It's going to be cutting this one across. Fault line now. It's going to be dissecting up towards the site. The movement. No counter. There with a slide. MIBR straight in and through. That site is theirs for the taking.
That shows you the advantage of being the one who slides second in those Neon versus Neon fights. Aspas saved it on the exec. Now a 2v4 for Furia.
Flash forward, see it. Drone at least getting that tag. Com trying to play off his own util. Quick adjustment, not quite there. And it's OT, why not? Throw the ults into the fray. Not going to save them for the next anyway.
Well, that was a dominant C exec from MIBR. Able to work their way up. Was Ardazine lucky to take the timing and avoid dying, or was he unlucky to not be able to stick around and maybe grab some early information and a pick?
One enemy remaining.
Either way, they passed each other. And the door was opened.
Zekken looking drilled on these angles.
They do seem very focused, but they also seem like they're the ones under pressure.
Yeah. At least they bought themselves that breathing room. Now, taking a lead in this map. Back up to map point for them.
I think Verno got caught by that dart. Yeah, Shai's looking over towards it.
Drone utilized. Shai crossed this one up, though.
Aspas has to use the wall in order to bail Verno out. Verno's going walking forwards.
Walking forwards! Shai just misses the first shot. TP's back and respects it. Verno.
He's lucky.
He is.
He's a lucky boy.
Off the back of it. He's still holding down at a long line. It's a good level of game sense from him.
Aspas won't have the wall to help flood defend C here. So Zekken and Tex, if they do get pressured, I've got to hold strong. Hope that Mazzino can come in.
Let's see how this one gets taken. In case it goes towards B here, it's all calm before the storm. Few stray footsteps here. Furia not willing to give anything away until the util is let loose and released. And there it is. Barrels pointed out! Zekken! Goodness me! Couldn't have been handed a better timing, and a run it back gives him that second lease of life. Dart overhead at least dealt with and cancelled out, but MIBR, they get it done in the end. They drag it over the line, and Breeze, they can look forward to.
That is going to compromise their chance of going to Champions.
Yeah.
And it's going to be little bits added up over the course of these weeks. But we're now at a tipping point. They got to win matches like that.
They definitely do. We need to see that course correction for Furia. They came close on map 1 of Haven. Very close, but close doesn't quite do it.
Close doth butter no crumpets.
Mm-hmm. What the hell is this guy saying?
It's just British things.
It's just...
You wouldn't understand.
I wouldn't. I've been in the US too long. I really wouldn't.
Ardazine's looking to...
He stun-locked me.
Hold this one down. He's got a molly to work with to deny the plan for a little bit, but he shouldn't really be putting his body on the line here, Ardazine.
He's alone on the side.
He was playing with so much freedom earlier on.
His time has been bought here. The mid-cross not getting caught, at least with that flank. It's a
Quality running it down.
Sword on, trying to find that kill, and there it is. Claim, Tex. No longer a problem in through that mid-angle. Plant tapped once more. It's MIBR. They're left hunting to see what the next reaction is out of Furia, but now finally a commitment. They get that extension forwards, and Furia just putting on a brave face. Walking through walls of their own making now. We can see another wall to replace this one, and a flash through, gliding to the back of the sides, but oh my! It's all gone wrong for MIBR. Hudson and Shai, the one to collect up those kills hand in hand. The Cove save for that rainy day, and at this point, good luck Verno.
Great understanding in this round of Furia, how MIBR were going to try to force something to happen. They knew that if they just waited long enough, there was going to be some kind of flash fight in the backside. And Furia were prepped, ready for it, and shut it down. Kualanoob also, as soon as they spotted Tex in mid, he had burned his dash to jump on Tex there and pin him into the corner. I think this whole round, Furia really knew what they wanted to do.
Nice, nice round.
It was a nice round.
There we go. Come on.
Come on, please.
Come on now. There we go.
Man.
Can't have a repeat of what we saw with Trent.
No.
Don't want to see that again.
It was a nightmare. It brought a tear to my eye.
Aspas. He's just sending it, really. Stinger in hand. Snakebite's going to be softening him up, and the same can be said for Zekken. It's Mazzino, though, followed up off the back of all of that space.
Yeah, this is a force buy for
Force
MIBR.
buy. Yeah, they're investing everything into this one. See if they can take it with that brute force attitude. 3 players, they get the plant down now onto the site, and spotting com onto the flank. ISO'd now. Kualanoob is trailing. Right there behind them.
I mean, you know that Com is going to be on the flank. Are they going to play it together, or is Koala going to bait it?
Yeah, bit of a bait and switch.
Nah, together.
Playing it together, making sure to clear the appropriate angles and corners. Going to be on to basic to see if he can contain over towards this one area, but weaving in and out. Stinger in hand. Last shot really critical now, but it's not over just yet. With Tex in the fight, in the fray, towards the back of the site. Could not get a handle on this guy, and he's managed to even up 1-to-1. The force pays off here for MIBR.
And Koala Noob throws his hands up in despair at not being able to convert that. Tough round for Furia, just when they thought they got their feet underneath them. Very aggressive, flooding out, bursting out, waterfalling out through that B main choke. Putting a ton of pressure down.
Let's go!
With the Sheriffs, the Stingers. Yeah.
Ooh.
Similar reaction to Koala Noob. These are some of the most devastating rounds to lose. Not only does it put you at an immediate economy disadvantage, like look at it, they're working with almost all classics now, but it means that MIBR are going to have ults for the first rifle round, for bonus round, whatever you want to call it.
Worst case scenario.
It really is.
Hey, Mazina's already got an ult on.
Zekken's almost certainly going to have an ult
Yep.
by the time you get into round 4.
Tex, just for the Sheriff, is happy to take liberties by having this A main space. He might get a fight soon enough.
Hello?
Oh, that's a... Now, Com's going to hear that.
Koala
and
Noob's
there's
gonna hear that.
Yeah, okay. It's a good decision to deal with this one now. With that pistol in hand, Koala Noob at least catching a kill on the Zekken. One more problem dealt with. Up through mid is a call. Instant reaction now, take it over towards that B direction, but Hudson immediately preempting this one. He's dominating control over towards B main. Shy getting caught out into the open. It's Verno with a good eye on things.
Ardezine's position's interesting.
Yeah, it is. That's
shut
just
it
going to
down.
be ISO'd out.
Good awareness from Aspas.
Now spotting where that last few players might be. With Basic falling and toppling Com. I think they know where he is.
I think you always know where this guy is.
Yeah, especially with them clearing out the full way into spawn.
Yeah, the decision to flip them out from MIBR was lovely. Early on in this round, though, you could have used this as a case study at VALORANT University about sound cues.
It was concerning.
No, it was crazy. They offered them an opportunity with Tex accidentally jumping in A main, but then they also were trading guns, which, little known fact, does make a noise as well, unless you're right next to each other. And Koala Noob could hear that. So it's a snakebite shot down to punish Tex. Koala Noob gets played in for another pick, and ooh, suddenly MIBR we're in a bit of trouble. All good, though.
All good.
That's the face of we got away with that one.
Yeah. That was a funny reaction. All right.
You normally don't get
No, you don't
an
get
emotion at all
You
from
don't get
Verno.
much from Verno. He's usually stone cold of it.
That was Mr. Bean-esque.
Shy. Uh-oh. He's being squeezed now. Out through elbow. He's going to try and ISO. Squaring up for one of the fights here. Returned at least with Com there, but he until... Oh, my God. Where's that one landing? Not in the right place for it. Got to be careful here. This is a fast play that's been cooked up by MIBR, but they're calling for the pause now.
They're also lurking Verno into A.
Yeah, while this is occurring, Hudson can't quite handle it.
They're everywhere.
They are in the walls. Now to plant down.
I mean, it is wild that Verno's lurked into A while Tex and Zekken are still entering B alone with Aspas as the lurk. That round had people in every lane of the map. Koala Noob's still wondering if Verno's around here somewhere.
They're still trying to clear it because they're like, well, we want to save these guns, but...
They don't know where's safe.
Exactly.
What a bizarre round, but a cool idea cooked up by MIBR. I think certainly ways that it could have gone wrong.
Right here.
Yeah.
But a lot of them came down to that B anchoring. And if that hadn't paid off, which it didn't, MIBR have got a free avenue to be able to plant on B.
Well, BR look like they're quite content to not try and take the guns out of their hands. Zekken probably could have gone hunting.
Yeah.
He's one away.
It's a nice mix-up, though, from MIBR with the tempo.
Oh, honestly, best case scenario.
Yeah. Koala Noob will be happy he just kept the gun.
Yeah, and
you don't give the
they didn't
Phoenix
give him the ult.
Oh, yeah, great point. Great point. I like the fact that MIBR have gone for a fast-paced round. It had a couple of weird quirks to it, but it's generally a pretty high-tempo round with a bit of a B split on a round where you know that Koala Noob is going to be picking up the op. Koala Noob is the op guy. He is always going to have an op in his hand. That is why they've put him on the primary duelist role now. This is the whole identity of Furia. Makes it quite predictable.
It does, definitely so. And Molly! Disrespected. He gets the one for it, but the damage done, and Aspas is straight there with a rifle.
That's quite a crazy play for Kuala Noob to commit to as well, because now he's surely not going to have the money to be able to buy an op in the next. He's got knives to be able to work with. But surely you want to be playing a bit more passive in a round like this where you've saved the op.
Not in his mind, apparently.
No, apparently not.
Tex has been making good usage, just trying to control up AVP main, wherever it might be. Spots a few of these players, but Com with the peek, and he's got that rifle. Okay, it's a clean shot. Already trying to take this timing. He's going to look for a chance. I think the sidestep. Oh my god, where the hell did that dart come from?
Yeah, I don't know.
He thought he was safe.
That did feel weird from Com's POV.
I thought he was safe. Hold on,
Aspas got hit
just,
by the
okay,
knife.
he's going to easy chance to break it.
Direct hit.
Bizarre stuff occurring, but in exchange though, the rifle being picked up by Shy. That was up towards mid. He's going to be late to the party here. Basic. Natson looking to just hang on as much as they possibly can, not choosing to take the timing as that plant's going down to ISO a 2v2.
Oh, their positioning is so clustered up. MIBR have got to reset. They get two players back into backside.
Oh no. Squaring up now. Mazzino onto the side, and yes, stop. That is precision.
Yeah, they've shut it down.
Clean to lock onto the right angles.
This was just a half-by round for Furia. But they had chances, and maybe Shy still does.
Hold on. He has an orb, but time's ticking away. Could cover up the plan when he's going for this one, but just quick little hop up onto the box, and it's Aspas who swiftly deals with it.
Com in an anchor position over towards Pillar. I like the confidence that he went for with the first swing, but kind of yeeted his recon dart into the middle of nowhere. And that's how it started as well, with Kuala Noob taking a real risk.
Yeah,
It's weird though, because on his screen it didn't look... Maybe he just took a step forwards and suddenly he was...
We're seeing it here. I think
That's
it was
so
at
weird.
the back.
Maybe he stepped backwards and suddenly he was in range of it.
That's a weird one.
Yeah. Odd from his POV.
I appreciate the replays though to try and clear it up.
Yeah.
We were... I mean, I was about to say we've got our finest minds on it, but it's us looking at it, so that's not true.
It's our finest minds pulling the replay.
Yeah, that's for certain.
And then it's us desperate, like two cavemen trying to rub the brain cells together for a spark of fire.
Dark backside? Oh? but Com not scan.
Com's one of my favourite players to cast because he has one syllable in his name. Easy.
He makes it easy.
Easy for a guy like me to wrap my head around it.
Yeah.
Kuala Noob's risk he took at the start of that round in A main, where he just peeks fully through Zekken's molly, means they now don't have an op to play with.
No.
That is the whole game plan for Furia, is that you get the op in Kuala Noob's hands and he goes crazy with it. He's got knives to work with now, all right, but the problem is, if his team loses the round, then he's going to have money and no one else is, because he's got $3 in his back pocket.
Tough state of affairs, isn't it?
This is a bit of a must-win round for Furia. Otherwise, they're going to be working with odds and ends, and Kuala Noob might have an op, but we just saw what happens when you're on a half-by round with an op.
A lot of ults to play around with if you are MIBR as well. This is a dire beginning. Updraft over the knives out. Blade Storm, hold on. Players waiting. He dodged it for now, but he's inside the Cloudburst, and that is not out of the danger just yet. Still sticking around, holding it down. Second somehow secures that kill. It's even out though, and now in Hunter's Fury, something to supplement this mid-fight. It's set up well. Furia, they do manage to control it, but Tex immediately inserting himself. Again, squaring up, finding these fights individualistic in nature. It leaves it once more to Verno. 1v2 now. Footsteps heard. He's brought it into the 1v1. It was handed out, gifted on a platter.
Such a lack of awareness there.
Spike's still out of his reach, though.
It's a nice reposition from Ardzine. Is he going to go for the full wraparound?
Looks like it.
Full wrap is crazy here because Verno could collect Spike and start going over towards B.
Verno.
But Verno has to clear every nook and cranny. He's going to be so... There's no world Verno's thinking about the re-wrap.
40 seconds. He's looking back.
Is he a genius?
He's looking back. There's no way. How long is he staying on this? There's no way. There's just no way!
My babushka told me not to brag.
There's just no way!
How on earth has he read that?
It's an incredible read.
Ardzine could be anywhere. He could be towards elbow. He could be ready to swing from tunnel. He could be in nest. He could have pushed mid and just be waiting for you to get the spike. With 40 seconds, Verno abandons the primary objective of the round, which is the spike. And he goes back and gets a hard read on the re-wrap.
Bro, sometimes Verno, he feels like he's made in a lab to play Valorant.
Yeah.
With stuff like that. I mean, it's just insane level of game sense.
Yeah, that's crazy, that one.
All right. 5-1.
The money looking a bit better than I expected, though, partly because Furia didn't use very much util in that previous round, so they didn't have to buy it back.
The loss bonus stacking up, so you can get the operator in Kuala-Nu's hand, but as we were mentioning, it's the identity of Furia. It does make them a bit predictable in that.
Tex is over towards A main. I wouldn't try another A main lurk because Verno's been walking through A main solo so often, but they're going to recommit to it on an A split.
A lot of pressure coming out through the double doors angle here. Tex might be able to play off the back of this now. Would have run it back forwards. It's a reckoning that's now committed onto the other side of things. Kuala-Nu wheels his hand there, at least takes out Zekken. Call for the pause. MIBR bide their time, waiting for the cooldowns to come back through once more as the wall's going to be dropping. Kuala-Nu,
that's a good cage.
It is a good cage. Cuts him out now. This is feeling tenuous, stressful scenario here for Furia. Kuala-Nu just desperately hunting for any sort of angle. He's not going to be overexposed. The slide into the back of the site, it is good. Cooked up here by MIBR, but Furia, they have players in the right place. Forwards, his spike's taken. They are critical, and Verno wins his. Zekken on the follow-up, flash forwards, and he's just styling on him at this point.
Hey, that's a beautiful understanding of this composition from MIBR. It's easy when you've got a comp like this that you've just nicked from a different team. This is 100 Thieves comp that their coaches crafted. It's pretty easy for MIBR to be coming out here and just not really understand how the pieces work together. I think this round is a great example of them using all of the unusual tools together in a really beautiful way. The cage to isolate that angle over towards the right side pyramid, Blaze Wall to be able to get out through the middle of pyramid. Yeah, I mean, it's exactly what Zekken said. They controlled that beautifully. They could have at any point pivoted back to B, and they just knew that they could slow it down and cut up the site piece by piece.
Interesting dart. Makes it feel like a take towards A main.
It's another scenario, Bren, as well, where Fury have lost the op, the big tool that they've been trying to build towards.
Yeah.
The whole year, it's been about Kuala-Nu bopping.
I mean, it really has. I think we were in that scope meta, is the way that people were describing it for a bit. Partly because mid-round information was so hard to get with the initiators being nerfed.
And Yuri was extremely good.
It was so good at just being able to take aggressive lines of it.
But then instead of putting Kuala-Nu on Chamber, for example, you know, we've seen Neon for Lev have huge ability to be able to play that. And for Kuala-Nu, who's already demonstrated he can flex the smokes, that would be where my head would be going for Furia to find their identity again. Instead, Kuala-Nu's picked up primary duelist.
Well, go button going to be pressed here. Aspas on an overdrive. Good timing by Adzin, but it's covered at least with the rifles now. Still going to be trying to electrocute the opposition. There's a quick cleanup, really. Just eco-weaponry online. And you're right. I mean, talking about the identity of Furia, they are really still hunting for it. They've gone into this direction now, but the question is, too little, too late? Certainly feeling like it. Not just that, in terms of what they have settled on, doesn't really feel like the right fit for them.
It's been tough because they've also played against very good opposition.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great point to make.
They may well be a competent, you know, upper middle of the pack team in Americas.
But they've had to go against Lev, NRG, 100 Thieves, and now MIBR.
And now MIBR. So the thing is, at some point, you have to stop making excuses and start beating top teams if you want to be a top team.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I do think it's valid to say a lot of the other squads that we've got in Americas, even if they are struggling, get, you know, your occasional freebie. They've got a game against Envy coming up.
They do. Yeah, that's, I mean, something to look forward to. But then again,
for Furia.
I mean, I'm thinking back to the Envy MIBR game. That's what I was thinking about.
Bro, that version is never coming back. You can keep hoping, but that version's never coming back.
I don't know, maybe they bring back Exeter for a game.
Pit in the face of MIBR. This would be the round to pivot, but Zekken greeds the orb.
Yeah, I think they did they have a cove up?
The kind of greed talked about in the Bible.
Yep, fight to be taken into tunnels. This is just blind fire. Wildly at that and trying to hunt down. Hot on the heels of the following players. Kuala-Nu somehow ISOs a fight out. He's taken out Mazzino. Going for a little bit more. This guy can't be removed from this spot. Ingrained towards the back of the site, and he's got follow-up and backup now. Arriving members of Furia. What a way to just absorb the aggression, maneuver away around it. Tex, a lot on your plate now. straight past the dart, but Com should have his eyes set on it. Hold on. Tex now in a 1v2. Spike. Claimed. Oh, no. You can't let a round like this slip.
Oh, he's looking so good.
Too sharp, too clean. And now into the 1v1, him versus Basic. 40 seconds left. You have time to play with, and he knows it.
Oh, and he knows that this avenue is completely clear. He can pick up another gun with a couple more bullets in it, and he can make his way over. He's still got a cam in his back pocket to play around as well, which should be able to give him a bit of advantage. But you got to be aware in this spot that Basic is going to have Cove. Doesn't matter if he used it earlier in the round. It's going to have come back by this point, 100%. So Tex has got to try to find a way of taking this fight before Basic gets to the spike.
Spike planted.
That's a difficulty.
I mean, he could also put the cam inside the Cove, just literally throw it on top of the spike, but the trip is just going to give him such good
very
info.
good info. Tex can now take liberties in terms of his positioning. The cam against the wall was just in case Basic did creep up while he was planting, I think. And so Tex has been given the perfect way to play this now. High tide, forwards. Basic's position revealed, a bit of spam in through the wall.
Tex has to push this.
He does have to push it just because of the Cove like we were talking about now. That's going to be layered down. A cam, it's not good for it. Basic on the defuse, half earned already. Now gets off of it once more, looking for that push! Played for, and you called it perfectly, really.
Yeah.
Preempted it. The Cove being a significant piece of util that had to be played around.
You can't let Basic get to the spike. Otherwise, the Harbor is going to win that 10 times out of 10. There's just too much pressure there on the defuse. Tex is going to have to run through walls, run through smokes. I mean, this from Zekken, though,
oh my God.
that is the type of greed that awakened the Balrog.
Well, also,
that is
a full clip
enemy
into the
remaining.
Cove. And I think one of the last bullets cashed onto Zekken's head.
Sure.
Yes! Good shit!
Not even close.
And they needed it, man. I mean, they were close to losing grip of that round when it shouldn't have been the case.
Furia desperately needed that one. And Koalanu played it amazingly. Maybe the key is to get the rifle in his hand. Maybe they've been wrong all along.
Get him a bit more active. And looking like they really want to square up, take a fight over towards this one. Angle, Tex, even through elbow, just slips through, adds in none the wiser, and now it's going to be paying for it.
Tex and Verno's aim looks remarkable today. They're destroying people. And it's a triple contact re-walk play called by Furia. Trying to get more active.
Big gamble.
Yeah, leaving the A site for retake.
Back now towards A-Dub. I'm going to use the Cove preemptively.
Seems like an error, but also MIBR are going to be
Bit of spam though.
slow.
Yeah, that's going to be dealing with Zekken at least.
The
one
more
all
time-
taken care of.
Oh, takes it mid.
And they're aware of this. I think Tex has been taking mid-timers pretty frequently whenever these hits come through. Now you're going to see it with the Hunter's Fury. Extra element now. Com is at least collecting that kill. Damage done. Could have potentially got a second. High tide's causing issues. Com, rapid rotations. The door's going to open up. That's going to be revealing at least 30 seconds left. MIBR, they need a win. They need it now. Double face into the back. Mazzino finding somehow.
Whoa. Whoa, Shy.
Hold on, back at the side, plan committed. Shy is at least collecting that kill. Now left up to Verno, 1v2. Still hunting for that kill. Not anticipating out of the angle that Shy was already approaching.
Fury are trying to be as active as possible, putting their players in spots where they can go take a fight in mid, come back to A, take the fights. And they managed to put another big one on the board. I'm interested to see if they try to go back to the op at any point, or whether they stick onto this, just keep the rifles up kind of idea. It's letting them play a little more aggressively. Even there where it looked like they were going to play A for retake, they were still looking to take a scrap.
Every round counts, really. Ooh. Thinking about it.
Pondering.
Thinking about it.
Didn't
Didn't
go
for it.
So presumably that was based on what Mazzino was going to call this round.
Yeah.
And whether or not Fraud agreed with it. So we got the Fraud seal of approval, I guess.
In terms of adjustments to be made. So cheeky shock dart is getting thrown. I think it's just to cancel out in case there is a quick drone through as Cove is going to be placed. Probably trying to play straight past this when he realizes though the Cove is going to be accounted for and he just dashes straight onto the other side. That is a lovely play.
That's sick.
Weaving in and out, still claims a kill before it.
It's a great ante to that smoke that gets thrown over towards tunnel.
Second note, is this accounted for? That's a question. Koalanu seems to be on it. Yeah.
He's everywhere.
Good adjustments and Com closing that double doors angle in their faces. Spike drop down.
Down mid.
Basic, you can take your time with it at this point. It's a 1v5. Not much more Tex can do from this spot. Hold on. Still trying to make a go of it. And Tex has had unreal form.
Yeah, he has. But that's a step too far.
Round in the half.
Com's having a little game as well.
Yeah.
He's hitting some nice shots, but it's Koala Noob to me. Ever since he has abandoned the operator for these last few rounds, he's been everywhere. Look at him. Making the play, dodging Zekken, coming back, covering Zekken's timing. He's filling every gap just by being active. He's getting more information than if he had an op. Com had a great game on Breeze last time. That was his big map. Came on the other half.
The flanks really being that big play to be made as fight's taken on either side. As Shida shuts this down, Aspas going down immediately. Hunter's Fury to make it feel like that real pressure, and it has pulled rotations away. Fury taking the bait. They pulled off and away, but towards the back of the side. It's Basic! He's reinserted himself.
But they thought it was just the one lurker.
And still has the accounted for this one here, slipping straight past it once more, that mid-angle. Furno forwards and around it, but a Blade Storm, it's Zekken taking out Basic. In through the back of the site now. More space to be taken. Risky business in a 2v3. Drone potentially hearing him all the way through now. Reckoning going to be rolling forwards and back turn towards it. Koala Noob can take out Zekken there just for the Blade Storm. 1v3. Zeno finds his first. Now the 1v2. Dash forwards though. Up with the updraft. Fight taken. Can control the aim in time, and it was smooth moves from Com. Didn't make himself an easy target.
Furia overreacted to the fake and still managed to clean that up.
Yeah.
Good awareness from Basic, going back and checking over towards A main. And good aggression from Koala Noob. He's done that right from the beginning of the map. He dashed down mid in round 1 to go and take the fight to Tex. Aspas has a nightmare over there. But the overall macro idea did actually kind of work for MIBR. Fury has still dealt with it. 5 on the board on defense. I think they've recovered this.
Yeah, I think they've done a fantastic job of things now. In the next half, we get our questions answered about MIBR's defensive work.
Hit the wall, broke the skin, never complain, I just start again, I'll never stop, watch me go, I rise to the top, I let them know.
A 2-round lead is what MIBR have here. 7-5 is the half. But as we're looking at Breeze, as we see them move over towards the defensive side now, this is what we keep alluding to, is have MIBR corrected things, honestly, after the last time that we saw them, because it was a monumental comeback that NRG got against them. They crumbled under that pressure, ended up losing the entire series as a result.
Yeah, we won't go into the story around Summit. It was not Frod's fault.
No, they made that abundantly clear.
But in terms of the defense, the big thing that I thought they couldn't stop at all were those B pops. Now, Furia might be reading into that, expecting MIBR to have overcorrected on the B side of the map. They do have 3 players and the Cypher utility there. Furia gathered up outside A, hoping that they can use the conditioning of a previous match, perhaps, to allow themselves an easier opening in this attack half.
Mid though being the goal here for MIBR. Quick sprint, and then slowing it down once more. No smoke in mid, nothing to feign the cross. It's a drone in through to A. Shot's going to be fired off. Zeno down to 54 HP. Cove, though, gives Basic the possibility now of that safe plant. Molly's a little bit too late there. Base is going to be left as this insert. High Tide whips its way through and trying to take a timing straight through it. I mean, with the High Tide there, it slowed it down to a crawl still. Weaving in and out. That's going to be dissipating as the Cove is broken. Basic trying to find his ones and at least trying to find a fair fight.
They're 3 off site against the Cove using double shocks and a molly.
Again, a molly is bounced off. At least one of the players, Shy, has found one target with Tex being taken out. With the Cove obliterated, dissipating. Comes down to the raw aim now. Open sightline, shot that, sailing Mazzino! Puts his life on the line here. It's half earned at least. Aspas a tap, looking for it, but just a sliding glide to the side. It's really just Artin toying with his former teammate. And Com puts one to the dome as that final moment here. Pissed around for Furia.
Nice idea. Deliberately buying full utility there, Com, in order to be able to have those 2 shock darts to play with in the post plan. And also a very passive positioning from Artsine just to save the fragment grenade. The Cove gets completely wasted because there's a nade on it the whole time. And it allows Furia to play passive post plans, which they've wanted to do all day. Shaw is very happy that that pistol round game plan worked.
Yeah. It's a big one here for Furia. Puts them off to a very strong start.
Zekan's going to greed for the orb over towards B. That's nice. Furia are normally going to be a little bit passive at the start of this round. You know that MIBR will have specifically focused on this half in the VOD review of their game against NRG. They've permabanned Summit, so they don't even, I don't think they'll have even VOD reviewed that, man. No. I think they'll have just gone, well,
just left it on the back burner.
Messed up the veto there, didn't we?
Yeah. They have to have put focus on Breeze.
This will have been the big side that they've been thinking about all week.
And we're going to need to see a few more reps, I think, when they've got guns in their hands to make a bit of a conclusion on it.
They've got the stack in the right place.
Yeah, it's an eco.
On Haven, they always had Shy to bail them out of spots like this. With
a knife, they don't want anything to do with it. That is one too many.
It's noisy. Zekan wants a piece of it.
It's 38 seconds. You can't really rotate. Zekan gets a confirmation that they are sticking around, so that will be pulling these MIBR players back. It's still dangerous.
30 seconds left.
A little bit concerned here for Furia. Smoke fades though. There's a sightline for you. Rapid fire with the Sheriff's not enough to get the job done there. Updraft and away. Tex. Spot shots fired off with that classic. Damage done here. Surely the rifle's going to be earning them a little bit of respite from this moment. And yeah. Okay, gets it done in the end. It was a little bit precarious.
Basics one away from having Harbor online though. That's a snowball ultimate that they could use. This is our first test of MIBR with rifles online. And they're up against a pretty dangerous bonus from Furia. Qualanube's not going to have too much of a gun to work with, but the fact that Basic can play for an ult orb and then they've got this massive site exec ult, or even a post plant ult if MIBR decide to drop too far back. This is where I'd be thinking about B.
Yeah.
Look at Verno's positioning. What is he up to back there? Holding a recon?
Yeah, maybe. Or a shock down in case there's a drone that's sent over there. Somebody cancel it out.
Yeah, maybe. He's got no shocks.
Oh, never mind.
Did he use them already? No, I don't think so. I don't think he bought them.
That was my theory. Busted immediately by my co-caster having eyes.
He's holding a recon.
He's holding
this is a punish for the B orb, maybe?
Yeah, okay.
Or just for the B exec?
Shock dart. Intended potentially for the trip that might be placed there. Saspa still holding, and now he's going to be revealed. Nades. It's good pathing, even defended up towards that tunnel angle. The squeeze is being placed, but Fury are the ones falling in the midst of all of it. There's no backup. There's no getting away from it. Artsin trying to retreat back. Made to pay as a result.
It was a hard read in this round that MIBR thought Fury were coming B. They were right, and they've encircled them.
They haven't dealt with Verno up towards the back here. Plant down. Flash is good. Zekin stepping forwards, though. It's good by Shy. At least asserts himself. Dominates control over towards the B angle. And with the orb down, it gives him a bit of breathing room.
That's too early, though. You've got to wait until Mazzino coves it.
Oh, but plenty more fuel as well to make another go of things. That drone is everything, honestly, with the tag. And now there's the Cove. Popped off. Needs to be bursted down by the counter spam. Immaculate stuff, really. Verno's just defended nicely. In a spot like this, clinical stuff, really, when you get the util online.
Great read from MIBR. Fury are deciding to go on their bonus round into the slightly weaker side. based on the previous VODs that we've seen. Verno was holding a very specific recon for ages, and then when the actual site hit came through, just kind of had to wing it, but it worked anyway. Trip setup, recon setup. Lots of things for Fury to have to navigate. I'm wondering if that was specifically supposed to catch the jet when they dash updraft into a cloudburst. Maybe we'll see it again. Verno's in the same or similar spot again.
Just holding for the fast play, I think.
Yeah. But it does put him in a really passive position. See how Fury adapts to this. Listen to their comms.
I just got one tap. He's on site.
Just harbor, just harbor. I think going, let me put the A split pressure and then just go A, to be honest, with my ult.
Yeah. I will ficar anti-ban. I'm gonna smoke. Call me the smoke.
Yeah, just go towards A main, get a little closer so we can pump faster.
Yeah, they might over rotate. Surface is probably on cam.
Orb up.
Yeah.
Deploying drone.
Wall here. Phoenix. Back.
Got 3.
Phoenix is
That's
enough
Phoenix
flash.
Harbor. Phoenix Harbor.
Yeah.
At least.
Ready here?
Phoenix is gonna jiggle this, so he ran back.
Levanta a parede.
Yeah, let's get ready to go.
Just pick up.
Wait. Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
Just go through the...
I'm gonna flash right. 3, 2, 1.
Careful flashes, boys. Phoenix is here.
Oh, I can't. Backside.
I'm ulting left, I'm ulting left.
One mid side, one mid side.
I am backside.
Art has a timing, pineapple. Nice.
Nice, guys.
And we jump.
Not inside, I think.
Yeah, looks like retake, boys.
Not inside.
One down. Running.
30
Guys, make a
seconds
plan.
left.
Basic has ult.
I'm flying.
He's running C2.
I have a smoke.
Tá. Só smoke aqui e joga bomb.
Neon's in the left corner flank.
Eu tenho ult, tá?
Vamos lá.
Here, come, I'm a jump. One deep, 40.
Sai. Pode on side.
You have harbor.
Volta direita, a gente vai direita. One flank, careful flank.
Last player standing.
3 bullet. Valeu,
Nice try.
Two.
Yo, we can't keep losing rounds like this, guys.
Ooh.
Ardazine coming in there with a little bit of negativity towards the end. Con was driving a lot of the, what I would consider to be like the IGL role during that mid-round. One of the calls, that I think it was him that made it though, got ignored, and that was create a plan, Basic has ult. So he's not one of the more aggro-positioned players. He's dealing with this flank pressure, but he calls to the rest of the team, come up with a game plan to utilize Basic's ult to throw off MIBR's retake. And Furia don't do that. They listen to the comm, but they don't internalize it. They don't actually do the thing that he's looking for them to do. And it falls to pieces. It's also one of those rounds that you'll get from Com where he uses his utility as fake pressure. Com is one of those Sova players more than anyone who uses his drone in the opposite direction of the way the team's going. And here's that B-pop.
Yep.
Verno's not here this time, though.
That's what they were anticipating, I think. The dart barely dealt with in time here. Aspa's still going to be revealed into a position. The Hunter's Fury anything to relieve it with the pressure. Verno at least collecting that kill. Forwards though with a cove active. That is snappy stuff. All the way forwards. This guy relentless. And Zekin straight there with it. The runner back. At least fades away. It's a nice little fadeaway shot. It's all Basic's going to be given though. That's in revealed, and that wall will not do a lot to stop those bullets.
Coming back in on the flood. Really potent looking for MIBR. Weaker weaponry. That's one of those rounds I think that they would have struggled a little bit with in the game against NRG. Though, to be honest, NRG had full eco the entire time. They just ran away with that half. So this is a slightly easier version of it. But they're still coordinating together. Aspas and Zekin diving in there.
Yeah, good coordination at the same time.
Panic button being hit.
Okay. It has to be the case, doesn't it? I mean, it's 3 rounds down now here for Furia, 7-10. And this is supposed to be, in theory, the weaker side for MIBR. Obviously, off the back of a loss, you're of course going to be VOD reviewing. You're going to be looking to see what you did poorly in that previous game.
To me, the biggest difference I can see is the way that Verno's playing. I mean, holding over towards the B site in the majority of these rounds. But they probably talked pretty extensively about how they want to play the Flood as well.
Yeah.
And the details matter a lot in those kind of situations. Who's going to be pathing with who, how exactly you want to do things like clear smokes together. Fury is going to have to make an adjustment. If the B site is where MIBR have been putting all of their focus, there will be gaps elsewhere. I mean, if Verno is going to stand on B, he's not going to do it this round, but if he's going to more often than he would otherwise be standing on B looking to anchor it, then there should be a gap over towards tunnel or nest or double doors. It's about finding that.
Timeout was taken for this one. Furia They got the guns. We'll see what they do with them.
It's a huge swap-up of the defensive setup from MIBR.
Trying to get ahead of any adjustments made.
It's also a very anti-KO ult setup. So all of the Cypher util is going over towards to help the A players, but then you keep the strong side in terms of the numbers on B. And Ardzine, if he rips the ult here, is not going to take out the Cypher util. That's going to be a nasty surprise.
No, definitely will be. It's being called for now. Drone forwards, clears up towards A main. Though, holding, util, primed, waiting. Now the high tide's going to be sent flying forwards. Barely the barrel spoken out. That's all Mazino needs to work with. Dart towards the back does at least be dealt with here. Reckoning does place a nasty looking wall. It calls for the cancel, but it's fake pressure that's the game. The aim of it for Furia, but no, this time the Spike going to be joining them. Or not.
Yeah, still trying to figure out what they want to do with it. They faked the A split last time, so in Com's head, maybe he's thinking, let's go for the real A split. And I am giving Com the credit. Oh, here he goes. He's had his head taken off.
Yep. Nasty work.
But every time we listen to the communications, it's been Com doing the mid-round. And this is tough, though, in a 3v5.
Really is. With Asfas's deep position into B main, it allows the heavy stack of players from MIBR. Actually, 4 players now realizing this is going to A, guys. I mean, the call has been made. It's up to Furia to see if you can find anything through with it.
10 seconds.
Other side of the timeout, time pressure mounting now. 10 seconds, barely there to Dar just to reveal. Final few moments now, and position accounted for. Artzin, he's not long for the ward in a spot like that. 11 rounds now for MIBR, and it needed to be that turnaround. Furia just can't get it going.
That one never even began to get going.
No.
There was no point in that round where it felt like Furia had a great opportunity. Even if you just looked at the setup of the defense, the fact they still had to get through all of the Cypher util was going to be difficult. Qualinoob letting the barrel poke through there. It was a death sentence.
Oh,
Oh, shouldn't laugh.
no, but I did.
Difficult job, that. Difficult job. That's coming out of attack timeout as well.
Yeah, they don't hire me for my composure.
Cypher swapping the setup. Tex. Setup is now on B. He's playing A. It's the same idea, though. Anti-KO ult setup, but this time strong side A. And they've read him like a book again.
Yep. Shock at least to preempt in case the trips were over here, but the high tide's going to be used again. Nice and early. Has to cut them back and away. Mazino just for that rifle. Stands his ground. Storm Surge, though, is good to blind these players up alongside the Dart. It's barely there in time, and Tex weakened from the prior engagement. Cleaned up by Basic. Able to slip all the way through. Oh. That is a blind shot. One section of the box, and Verno been unlucky for it. Zekken anticipating a re-swing, and there it is. Straight through main. Furia coming up with all the right answers. Asfas, though, brings it into that 1v3. He's barely alive. 53 HP.
Shouldn't be feasible, really.
No. And is incredibly patiently. See if he can pull Furia, keep them onto the site. It's Shy that eventually squares up and takes the challenge.
Well, this round, being able to get Artzine back up on his feet because he popped the null command, and then Com's spam kill, that makes all the difference. Huge player advantage here. The recon was also enormous. Nobody on MIBR dealing with that. I think probably because it might have been Verno's job and he was cut off by the high tide. Either way, it is an important one for Furia to put on the board. But it also means that Tex can go back to his normal setup. Gets to hang out with his Cypher utility now.
Towards B.
And Aspas picks up the ult. Sorry, the op.
And Operator will walk down into elbow. Now, they've been doing this knife a lot. I guess a tag onto the 2 duelists. It's going to give a lot of information to Furia.
Yeah, Artzine starts running backwards. He wants no piece of that push.
These duelists are trapped, essentially. They're worried about being contained. They have to call for Tex to see if he can clear it up.
I'm thinking about Verno here. This smoke's about to go.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Dangerous timing. Barely out alive. Storm Surge, though, surely blinding these players up the molly now.
Oh, that's
the extra element. They're getting cooked, man. They're getting cooked. Placed into a blender. And all that decision-making here crunched at a moment's notice. Good luck, Com.
Eyes being turned, attention being pulled in multiple directions. They knew that the duelist double push had happened through elbow. They were just too slow to be able to get through in a different avenue. Verno pulls their eyes towards him. They think he's out of position. He's like a hasty little worm on the end of a hook. But the hook's got barbs.
Yeah.
And Aspas are so fast behind them.
There's that immediate reaction, right?
Spike down mid.
That's it with the util. Just put the squeeze on.
God, the molly is so good there as well.
This is a nice spot.
12 rounds here for MIBR. One more will do it. And Aspas, you're going to get your time to shine here.
Is there a one-way smoke?
Not
Falling
great.
one way.
Needs to be the case. Glide to the side there. Shot going wide. Koala Noob. Lucky. Breathing a sigh of relief with this one. Now there's going to be ult suspended. Reckoning rolls forwards, but revealed and tripped up, tagged up. Tied up there by the trips. Aspas that capitalizes. Con with this ult. Hunter's Fury, anything to lead his team in victory and beyond. It's a 4v4, and that flank is caught for Zekken. Is instantly on the line, but he's going to be cleaned up because of it. Aim wasn't right.
They know that it's a race right now. Shine might have a chance to win the round.
Mad
He
dash.
could cut off Mazzino.
Shai's heard it. Footsteps.
Toxins going up.
Slowing down now by Mazzino, but Mazzino not looking in the right direction with this one, surely.
But
Shai
Shy gave them all the information.
calling for it. Mazzino's going to be cleaned up.
Yeah, now they can pivot back to B if they wanted to. They've heard footsteps. The great eastern migration of Aspas and Verno. I think Shai's given them all the information they needed to be able to win this round.
Very controlled round by Fury.
I think it might even be one where MIBR just looked to save.
Yeah, they're already miles away from where it's going to be ending.
30 seconds left.
I think up until Zekken died on the flank, though, I was pretty happy with how MIBR played. If they're the team that we're going to be looking at under a serious lens because their defense was so poor in the match against NRG, Verno's playing much closer to B than I remember him playing in the past. So he still had, even though he wasn't anchoring the B site, he still had his recon to be able to throw that stopped anyone getting in behind Koala Noob. So once they pick off Koala Noob, then that stifles the push. And it's just Zekken getting caught on the flank that suddenly opens up this passageway for them to rotate off. Otherwise, the actual anchoring job has been much more successful from MIBR.
Yeah.
But they have only now got 3 chances to close it out.
We saw the first one go to OT. Furia, they will run with the chance if they can get it.
Adding shield.
They are desperate for a match win in stage 2 so far. 0-2. We've been talking about it.
The match matters more for Furia.
It does.
For MIBR, their chances of getting to champs through champs points are very low. Really low. They would have to hope that Furia and 100 Thieves both do badly. And 100 Thieves don't seem like they are at all. And they'd have to come in 3rd place, and, you know, other teams would have to...
45 little win right there. We take those.
Other teams would have to fall over. I mean, essentially, MIBR just need to do well and make the grand finals. That, to me, is how they're going to be able to make it to champs. For Furia, they actually can make it on champs points. So these matches matter so much.
Every single win.
And they keep slipping away from them.
Yeah, it does. Bad string in terms of the strength of schedule, at least for the matches that Fury have had to contest with. This is meant to be fake pressure, but it has insert Artsin. He's in there. Off the back of all of it, trying to make a play, but he's the double initiators, really, and Aspas was not pulled off the line as a result of it. He's going to get his kill.
They've just got the wrong read about how MIBR are playing, and now this is a great opportunity for MIBR to close it out.
It's a pick committed. Spills out through main.
Doesn't even really let you walk out bricks.
Yeah, forces the issue here with Tex that deep push. Suddenly, 2-player advantage, down to just 1 now.
Zekken doesn't want to go for that vertical rotate, pushing out. Tex went for it, though.
Spotting just barely missing the mark. Aspas seeing that rotation over towards B. And it is Verno under a tremendous amount of stress now. The pressure on his side of the site. Dart's going to be sidestepped now. Cheeky angle. Players low on HP. Com went down to just a single bullet. The util flying forwards. Verno! Matters not! And he's kills. The shot's just going wide shy. He's going to do it from a spot like this, but beam down from the side. MIBR with that 13th round. And another win added to the total now. 2-1 is the record for stage 2, and Furia just doesn't get easier for them, does it?
It will do for next week, but already they look like a team that's under a lot of stress. Couldn't even pick up a map here. Made it difficult for themselves in the map select. That was Wyatt's point that I do agree with. And MIBR had adjusted the big weakness for themselves, which was their defense side on Breeze.